Opening scene, energetic music with archival racing footage. Narrator. When we think of Tom Cruise, we often picture him hanging from a plane in Mission Impossible or racing through the skies in Top Gun. But there's another film that captured his love for speed and adrenaline like no other, Days of Thunder. Released in 1990, Days of Thunder wasn't just another summer blockbuster. It was a high-octane celebration of NASCAR, brotherhood, and the undying spirit of competition. And this year, it turns 35. Cut to montage of Days of Thunder iconic scenes. Cole Trickle's crashes, pit stops, rivalries. Narrator. Tom Cruise stepped into the fire suit of Cole Trickle, a hot-headed yet gifted young driver determined to make his mark in the NASCAR Winston Cup Series. With legendary producer Jerry Bruckheimer and visionary director Tony Scott at the helm, the film promised and delivered, a rush like no other. Cut to photo of Jerry Bruckheimer and Tony Scott on set, smiling with Cruise. Narrator. On Friday afternoon, Cruise took to social media to celebrate this milestone. He wrote on X, "I always love the fun and adrenaline of a racing film. Today marks two racing milestones for my friend Jerry Bruckheimer, the release of F1 and the 35-year anniversary to the day of our collaboration with the great Tony Scott on Days of Thunder. Incredible to look back on this film today, and congratulations to Jerry, Brad, Joe, and the whole F1 team on their release." Cut to behind-the-scenes shots shared by Cruise. Mechanics working on cars, Cruise in a helmet, laughing with crew. Narrator. It wasn't just a film for Cruise. It was a transformative experience, an opportunity to dive headfirst into the world of stock car racing. Cruise actually trained with real NASCAR teams and drivers to prepare for the role. He wanted to feel the raw power of the cars, the roar of the engines, and the rush of wind on his face at 200 miles per hour. Cut to photo of Cruise in racing gear next to a real stock car. Narrator. For fans, Days of Thunder was more than just entertainment. It introduced a generation to NASCAR and its larger-than-life characters. Names like Richard Petty and Harry Gant made appearances, bridging the gap between Hollywood and the racetrack. Its core, the movie explored themes of rivalry, friendship, and redemption. Cole Trickle's battles, both on and off the track, mirrored the inner struggles we all face when chasing greatness. Montage. Cole and Rowdy's rivalry scenes, their eventual reconciliation. Narrator. And who could forget Rowdy Burns, the tough rival-turned-friend played brilliantly by Michael Rooker. Their on-track clashes were legendary, but it was their eventual bond that truly captured hearts. Cut to interview clip from an old press junket, Cruise talking about his bond with Rooker. Narrator. Michael and I really connected during filming, Cruise once shared. Those intense scenes weren't just acting, we both felt that brotherly competition. Cut to modern NASCAR race footage, cheering crowds. Narrator. Over the years, Days of Thunder has continued to inspire both racers and fans alike. It showed the world that NASCAR was more than just turning left. It was a grueling, adrenaline-fueled dance requiring skill, courage, and an unbreakable spirit. Cut to fan reactions on social media about the 35-year anniversary. Narrator. On Friday, NASCAR fans flooded social media with love and nostalgia. One fan wrote, "Days of Thunder made me fall in love with racing as a kid. Still one of the best." Another added, "Cole Trickle will always be the GOAT. Happy 35 years." Cut to recent photo of Cruise smiling at an event, still full of energy. Narrator. Even as Cruise moves on to other daring projects, from scaling the Burj Khalifa to piloting fighter jets, he still looks back fondly on Days of Thunder. It represents a time when he pushed boundaries, both on screen and in real life. And it wasn't just about the cars. It was about the people behind them, the pit crews, the engineers, the friends and rivals. It was about facing fears, overcoming crashes, and learning to trust the team around you. Cut to emotional scene. Cole's comeback race after injury. Narrator. Cole's journey from an arrogant upstart to a humble champion reminds us that true greatness isn't about a perfect record. It's about how you get back up when the world counts you out. Slow montage of behind-the-scenes images Cruise shared. Closing music builds. Narrator. So today, we join Tom Cruise in celebrating 35 years of Days of Thunder. We honor the incredible legacy left by director Tony Scott, the electrifying vision of Jerry Bruckheimer, and the unforgettable performances that still make our hearts race. Cut to text on screen. 35 years of Days of Thunder. Thank you for the ride. Narrator. As Cruise would say, I feel the need for speed. Thank you for taking this ride down memory lane. And here's to many more years of burning rubber, pushing limits, and chasing that next great victory lap. End screen. Subscribe button. Montage of Days of Thunder moments, upbeat outro music. If you'd like, I can also help you format this into a complete script document with cues for visuals, voiceover timing, and possible music suggestions. Ask ChatGPT.